Welcome to this video. In this video, I am going to be talking about the history of the universe. Okay, first we start off with the Big Bang. Once upon a time, there was a cosmic singularity. The cosmic singularity, within a trillionth of a second, exploded into a Big Bang. And after the Big Bang, quark-gluon plasma came into existence. And in the quark-gluon plasma, there were quarks and gluons which do not have any properties. And they were isolated. The universe was very hot, and because of this, protons and neutrons, which are baryons that are only stable in cooler temperatures, were not able to exist. Later, the up quarks and down quarks, along with the gluons in the quark-gluon plasma, came together and formed the first nucleons, which are neutrons and protons. This happened 1 second after the Big Bang. Later, after 100 seconds after the Big Bang, the baryons, which are neutrons and protons, then became either antimatter or matter. And a little bit less than, the protons and neutrons that became matter, there were protons and neutrons that became antimatter. And 3 minutes after the Big Bang, the first atoms were formed. They were mostly hydrogen. After 300,000 years after the Big Bang, the first light was released. It was known as the cosmic microwave background. And shortly after that, the Battle of Annihilation began. What is annihilation? Annihilation is when a matter particle collides with its corresponding antimatter particle, but with opposite charge, and they release pure energy and disappear. What is annihilation? Annihilation is when matter and antimatter collide against each other and release pure energy. It goes like a matter particle colliding with its corresponding antimatter particle, but with opposite charge, and then they release pure energy and disappear away. And yup, as you guessed, this was what happened in the annihilation battle. Oh, because of the asymmetry, there was some of matter left from the annihilation battle, and it was a lot of it. Right after the annihilation battle, the first stars formed, and they were very, very massive. Those huge stars died and then gave birth to new stars, which were less massive than they were. And the first galaxies were formed because dark matter brought the stars together and formed them. 4.6 billion years ago, the solar nebula collapsed into itself, and its center became hotter and hotter till a star formed. The star was now our star, the sun. And then afterwards, the planets of the solar system were formed from protoplanets. And after the Earth was formed, it was a hot ball and it was lifeless. For a while at least. Then after 3.5 billion years ago, the first life forms emerged. They were unicellular organisms. Later, the unicellular organisms became multicellular organisms as they formed communities. And those communities of unicellular organisms acted like one single organism. And multicellular organisms came into existence. And then this is where the extinction events happened. But later, after 2 million years ago, the first humans came into existence. They were the creators of the first tools, which were meant to break things. They even discovered what we know as fire. They have learned to control fire using rocks. And they use fire to cook food and as well warm them up. And they also used it to defend themselves against predators. It was used till the first houses were built. Their houses looked something like this. As time passed, how they built their house evolved. And after the prehistory, there came before Common Era or BCE. And their houses looked a bit different from the prehistorian people. And yet again, unlike ours, they started years from bigger numbers to smaller numbers. This changed when the Common Era started, and the years then went reversed. Now, smaller numbers of years went to bigger numbers of years. Then the Common Era came, where the years started to go ascending. The year numbers went ascending instead of descending. And technology developed rapidly. And then comes our present world. And that's the end of the history of the universe. Have a nice day. Please subscribe, like, and ring the bell icon for more videos like this.